Follow your dreams when my dream's crazy. I was swimming alone with something under me. Follow your dreams, but dreams are hazy. Was there treading a pool where blue in the deep. Ooh. Welcome to Beyond the Template, the More Than Just Talk podcast, created by me, Caroline Amelie, a writer, artist, counselor, and learning designer. Today we're talking about why I created this podcast and why I hope you'll keep listening, defining the needs of your project, and about how a young girl from Kentucky decided to pursue loving the world despite it not loving her back. Follow your dreams, move through precision. Use that song in your heart for each intention. Follow your dreams, thoughts true, attempted. Your creation exists just beyond the template. Hi there to all the strategists and scribblers, thinkers and tinkerers, engineers and imagineers, note-takers and nomads, and planners and poets. And welcome to the first episode of Beyond the Template. I'm thrilled to be here, and I hope you are too. So why this podcast and why now? I am living in the United States of America, and over the past year, I've witnessed my friends and family respond to the events around them in one of two ways. They have either become oversatiated and obsessively angry, consumed with what is happening around them, or they have completely checked out, choosing to stay in their own bubble, excessively drink, remain on permanent vacation mode, binge watch their favorite TV shows on repeat, and even start planning how they would permanently leave the country. From what I see, people are feeling hopeless and helpless, even though many of them march the streets and continue to call the representatives. The media has really dug its nails into both groups as deeply as possible. I have even seen influencers capitalize on this persistent dread and fear with messages of, "Let me show you how to get the F out." You can see how I feel about that one. But there has to be another option when so much feels out of our control externally. As someone with a background in both art and counseling, I believe active creation of our internal hopes and dreams can make positive changes within ourselves, within our circles and communities, and in the world. I'm sure there's an alternate dimension version of me serving as an art therapist, but this version decided that a podcast could make an impact. So what sorts of creative projects am I talking about? Basically, is this podcast for you? Should you keep listening? Creation is the enemy of consumption. Therefore, anyone who can consume can create. I hope my listeners use this podcast to create something that uplifts them and empowers them. This could be a course, workshop, or event. Those are areas that I consult on. But it could also be a first business, script, short film, mural, organization or club, new or stronger relationship, book, art, craft, garden project, home improvement project, stronger family unit, stronger social life, stronger romantic life, personal makeover, a personal or professional brand, a trip abroad, a move to another place, a financial investment project, a play, choreography, a song, an album. It could be anything. I hope you get it. Each season guides you through how to make your project amazing. I take the guesswork out completely. You just have to follow along. So how does it work? In 30 minutes or less, you'll hear about my own pitfalls, struggles, procrastination, fear, but hopefully also my wins. And I'll share my expander of the week, or someone who inspired me to keep going. Because let's be real, most of us aren't into Nepo babies and silver spoon people anymore. My favorite expanders weren't the exception to the rule. They were people just like me and you. And this podcast is about action, so I encourage all of you to engage. Each week, after the podcast is live, I will be adding my Honey You Better Do lists to my blog for you to download for free. These will include takeaways and easy-to-complete homework. I promise that if you really want to see progress, you have to do the work. Taking action is the single most consistent thing needed to create. And I am a believer that action can actually affect both your thoughts and emotions. So if you're creating, you're uplifting and empowering yourself as well. Okay, let's get to work. So why should we define needs? Defining needs is the first step in learning and creative design. There are 6 different types of needs, which you can assess in terms of whether there is a need for your project. These are normative, comparative, felt, expressed, anticipated or future, and critical incident needs. For my homework, to get ready for you listeners, I have been assessing my own needs to figure out what to creatively prioritize in my life over the next 35 weeks. The reflection questions I came up with for myself are now the ones I will be sharing with you, but you have to wait till the end. Here's what I learned about me. I have normative, comparative, felt, and expressed needs. What does that mean? It means I have needs based on generational norms, social norms, personal goals, and needs I've even already been talking about to others to address. So my needs are big, and there are many of them. And they're based around who I feel I should be at this point in my life when compared to the ideal version that I'd like to be. Defining these needs will help me connect them to the problems I want to solve, but one step at a time. Considering my needs this week got me thinking about the sort of people who feel there is no other way but forward when acting on something they believe in. In Bell Hook's case, our very first expander of the week, it was love. Here's why I think Bell Hooks is a badass. Bell was born to a working-class family in Kentucky in 1952 when everything was still fully segregated. Still, she pursued her education and maximized on her own talents, becoming a professor, a rebel, a feminist, a published author, and a thought leader. I love that she spells her name, inspired by her grandmother, with lowercase letters, because she wanted to emphasize her writing over her identity. But what really got me was that despite the sexism and racism and bigotry she experienced in her life, she believed in love being a verb or something to do in order to transform communities and the world. She once said, "Love is an action, never simply a feeling." So, love, I guess, is not something to possess or share. It's a choice. It only exists if it's in motion. And I think that's very cool, especially now. What do you think? What would it mean for you today to treat love as a verb, so it's not just something you feel, but something you do? Can you see yourself building more love in the world through creativity? For more on Bell's legacy, check out the links in this episode's description. Okay, let's hear those reflection questions. Before I get started, make sure to grab a notebook and pen. There are 5 of them. But don't forget that these, along with the episode's key concepts and takeaways, can be found in my blog for you as a free digital download. You can also find the full transcript for all my readers out there. Links can be found in the podcast description. All right, reflection question number 1. Are you comparing yourself to others in terms of productivity and/or accomplishments, where your creation would level out this difference? Or do you see a gap between 2 groups of individuals where your creation could create equity? Number 2, are you internally comparing yourself, as you are now, with a version that you would like to be? Or Do you see a group of individuals which your creation could level up in some way or somehow? Number 3. Have you verbally expressed to others that you would like to create something new in your life, and have you already been seeking to explore how to create this new something? Or has someone else expressed a desire for something new to you, which you could meet or fill through your creation? Number 4. Do you anticipate that your creation will be needed in your life or in the lives of others? For example, because of shifting technologies, human experience, etc. And number 5. Did something big recently happen in your life where a creative solution would have helped you manage it better? So it is crucial for you to be prepared in the case of a next time. Or has a world event or phenomena showed you that your creation would have been helpful had it already existed? I wouldn't be asking you these questions if I hadn't wrestled with them myself. In fact, my own story is why this podcast exists at all. I've been the person who overextended without the right system in place. And I wouldn't wish that on anyone, especially those who have a light to share from within. I felt untethered and without support systems in place at the same time. My gut was telling me to keep going because I knew I could create something beautiful and make a difference. I'm from the city of Charleston in the state of South Carolina. This is on the southern east coast of the USA. I was not born rich or privileged. I am also the only child of a mother with mental illness, and I had a very abusive and lonely childhood. This is something that I carry with me every day. In 2023, I was diagnosed with CPTSD and generalized anxiety disorder. But all of this I'm grateful for because I've turned into someone with empathy, understanding, and resilience over barriers to my success. It might seem silly, but I'm pretty proud of what I have accomplished so far. I was the only 8th grader to be accepted in the Dock Street Theater Summer High School program. And I won several awards for both my art and writing as I was growing up. I got my undergraduate degree in art before I did an apprenticeship with Spoleto Festival USA, a world-renowned fine and performing arts festival. I went on to do the Disney College program and then 2 professional internships with Disney in my 30s after I got my graduate degree in educational counseling in 2015. In 2023, after a near-decade career in higher education, I went back again to graduate school. And in 2024, I left my career for a summer internship, which led me to start my first business. And I'm in my 40s now. So as you can see, I'm pretty creative and pretty driven, and my drive has kept me buoyant over the years. But this year showed me that I have been ignoring some important needs. And I can't wait to have you along with me as I create something to address them. Next week, we'll continue chatting about needs. But this time, we will connect and apply them to problems we want to solve. I'll tell you what I narrowed down for myself for this season and about how a chemist spent over a decade crafting a polymer stronger than steel. Thank you for listening to Beyond the Template. You're doing great. Keep it up. Keep it creative. My name is Caroline Amelie LeBeuf. I have a degree in art and in counseling, and also professional level certificates in educational advising and learning design and technology. Roles I have carried include illustrator, photographer, writer, traveler, mentor, instructor, and most recently, entrepreneur. If you are curious to learn further about the work I offer my clients, check out cameliedesigns.com. That's cameliedesigns.com. Follow your dreams when my dream's crazy. I was swimming alone with something under me. Follow your dreams, but dreams are hazy. Was there treading the pool where blue in the deep. Ooh. Follow your dreams, but my dream's crazy. I was flying atop rows of orchard trees. Follow your dreams, but dreams are hazy. Waited low on the ground, grasping air to flee. Ooh. When the air is thick and the road is long, it's easy to forget how to sing your song. But dreaming can only get you so far. With dust in your eyes, not knowing where to start. Follow your dreams, move through precision. Use that song in your heart for each intention. Follow your dreams, thoughts true, attempted. Your creation exists just beyond the template.